I'm back with another triggering topic. Now, the title of this video is Joseline Hernandez is truly diabolical, and women give her a space to be that way. And I really do mean that. But before I get into that, let me get into this. Let me give y'all a quick disclaimer here. This video is filled with my thoughts and my thoughts alone. Everything is alleged, nothing is factual. I do not know any of these people personally. This is a commentary channel, and yes, I do use clips as part of my critical review and also within fair use guidelines. Now that we got all of that out of the way, let me say that I remember being introduced to Joseline Hernandez through Love and Hip Hop. And that was way back in the day when I actually watched Love and Hip Hop. I don't watch it anymore except through the clips that I see on social media, but back then I was watching that. I even had my husband into watching it. But, I remember her being introduced as Stevie J's side chick. And, she was being very aggressive and mean to Mimi while she was supposedly actively breaking up Mimi's situation with Stevie J. And, I've always been disgusted with women who are sleeping with someone else's man and then they decide to attack the wife or the girlfriend. It's like, I've always wondered, like, why are you mad at her? Is sleeping with her man and disrespecting her not enough? Like, what has she done to you? Like, other than just be there. But, Joseline Hernandez or Chanelica Betancourt, which some people believe is her real name, I don't know. I think that she's a perfect example of someone that has become drunk, literally, but also figuratively off of her power, you know? And I believe that this was always her plan. Like, she longed to hurt people the way that she has been hurt. Now, I remember her also in the bathroom crying about getting an abortion and her telling Stevie J that she never wanted to go back to the strip club. And I would think that with all of these bad experiences that she's had, that would make her more sympathetic to other women. However, it is not. And I would say that, for her to be with Stevie J and go through all of that, only to separate from Stevie J amidst the custody battle and be exposed for allegedly doing a lot of that white tea girl and putting it up her nose, to then turn around and get on a show on Zeus Network called Joseline's Cabaret, where she demeans and verbally and physically abuses the women on her show while simultaneously needing them to get her trifling show streaming. Insane. Or for her to separate from Stevie J because she talks about his character, only to get with the man who has no problem putting his hands and feet on women, allegedly. Her decision making is on zero. 0.000. And I'm feeling like this is about to be a rant about Joseline, but y'all can, I don't think words can really express how much I dislike Joseline. I don't like women that put down and abuse other women, don't give women grace at all, but they will sit there and give men all the grace in the world, let a man put their hands on them, let a man smack them up, cheat on them, do all of these type of things, but a woman look at you the wrong way. Next thing you know, you trying to beat her up or you don't want to talk to her anymore. I really hate women like that. Like, I despise them. Like, yuck. But anyway, let me just keep moving forward. So, yeah, I think this may turn into a rant, y'all. Like, so if you want to hear me rant, like, continue. But if not, maybe you don't want to. But anyway, I'm just gonna say that I think that Joseline also is a very jealous-hearted woman. Because I was thinking about back when I used to watch Love and Hip Hop, and she had got into it with Tammy. And I remember they were somewhere, I can't remember where they were, but they were talking. And you could tell just the way she was looking at Tammy, like she was sizing her up. And she thought that Tammy was pretty. And she thought that Tammy was a threat. And I felt like she was intimidated by Tammy. And she was just trying to find some way to put Tammy down. And I think that that's exactly what is mirrored in her behavior on her show, the clips that I have seen. I think that is why she emotionally beats down all of the girls on her show, because she's really at the end of things, she's an insecure person. I think that Joseline's an attractive woman. I think she has a nice body, but I think that she is definitely still insecure and still a woman that needs to degrade other women to feel like she's somebody. And, thinking about the show, Joseline's Cabaret, being on the Zeus Network, and I had to look into this. It was founded by the Storm Power, Amanda Cerny, King Bach, and Lemuel, hopefully that's his name, Lemuel Plummer. And Lemuel Plummer is the CEO. Now, that is 3 black men and 1 white tea woman, or 1 white tea woman, excuse me. And if you notice, most of Zeus's content is degrading towards black women or degrading towards the black community. And that's really some food for thought right there. Especially seeing as though King Bach is a very notable tap dancing sample. And, I think that we can always rely on black men to sell out the black community and especially sell out black women for $1. And not to mention that they love also turning and giving the money that is earned from the destruction of black people or black women, giving it to white tea women, which is also present because you see a white tea woman is the only woman that was founded, And if you need examples of black men that sell out the black community, let's talk about NWA, Ice Cube, Ice-T, Too Short, Dr. Dre, Dr. Luke, Snoop Dogg, Diddy, Jay-Z. Shocker, I know y'all don't want to hear it. Jay-Z too. And a whole host of other rappers who sold out the black community and the black youth for $1. And glorified a lifestyle that many millions of young black men took to heart, and it has either cost them their lives or their physical lives, like they're in the dirt, or it's cost them their lives where they're behind bars, never to be out in the real world ever again. But I'll just say that all of this made me think about all of these things when I saw this clip.
My husband has never done anything to any one of y'all hoes to disrespect y'all hoes. Sit down, bitch. Sit down, bitch. Sit down, bitch, because you ain't gonna do a motherfucking thing, bitch. My husband never did nothing to disrespect none of y'all bitches. And I'm sick of y'all hoes trying me and my nigga. And I will let y'all hoes try me, but you will never say nothing about my motherfucking man. He's a good man. He's a God-fearing man. He don't do shit to y'all bitches. My man has never done shit to y'all hoes. My man would motherfucking lose his life behind y'all hoes. And y'all bitches don't deserve that shit. Don't talk about my motherfucking man, bitch. And don't talk about me, bitch.
Now, as I'm doing this voiceover, hopefully YouTube does not make me take out the clip of Joseline yelling at the cast members of her whack show and telling them that her husband, who I don't even think they're legally married, so it's not her husband, at least not anything that I could check up and see, but telling them that her husband is a good, God-fearing man, as she calls them 304s, the B words, and all other type of derogatory sayings. Because let me tell you something. If your man was a good man and he was a God-fearing man, supposedly, he wouldn't be with you. If he was a real God-fearing man, he wouldn't be with you. What? And the fact that she aggressively checks these women and they just sit there and accept it and act intimidated by her, that's so insane to me. Like, I just can't fathom, how it's happening. I can't believe these women are willing to let her degrade them like this. I know they can't possibly be getting paid that much because I promise you, if you was to get in my face and try to intimidate me the way Joseline is doing and point your freaking finger in my face, that bad boy is getting snapped off. And I'm finna tighten you up like a fresh sew-in. Period. You finna catch all of these hands. All of the rays that I done felt all my life is finna come right upside your head. Oops, upside your head. Because, baby, that doggone bust down she got on would have been clear across the stage. Because, baby, don't try me. She know who to try for real. That's why she ain't never really want to fight Tommy. She tried to call the popo because, and that's another thing I don't like. I don't like bullies. I don't like people that want to try to intimidate and fight with people that they think won't give them the business. But if you think that you got a real adversary, a real equal that's really gonna give it to you the way you giving it, then you don't want no smoke. Then you want to call security. Then you want to say, "Oh no, I'm above this," or this, that, and the third. You want to nah. I don't like that. I don't like that. That's weak behavior. That's bully behavior. If you're trying to intimidate somebody, you need to get with somebody on your level. But nonetheless, and also her doing this knowing with full, her knowing good and well that her husband also is probably a big intimidating factor for these girls because they know allegedly he don't mind beating the brakes off of them for you. So it's just like, yeah, no. But, and you know what else I realized about Joseline is that she's a pick-me. Like, she is a pick-me. She centers men and makes their feelings the priority. But she never has any real empathy towards women other than what she can get out of them. And that's the reason why she brags about using women for sexual favors and paying them and you mine, and you gonna do what I say and all this other gross stuff. And, I think that it takes a certain type of woman to get on the Zeus Network. I really do. It takes a certain type of woman to even want to, even for the money, participate. But, I really wish that the women that get on Zeus Network, they would actually realize that energy is real, influence is real, and what type of energy they're putting out. You know what? Let's see if I can explain it like this. Like, you know how you see all of these trap rappers, drill rappers, whatever you want to call it. They're always being killed, or they're always fighting, or they always got beef. People always mad at them, beef and this, that, and the third. Well, the reason why that is because it's the energy. It's the energy that their music puts out. It attracts that type of energy and spirit. It's a negative, violent genre, and therefore it attracts negativity and violence. It attracts violent people, and that's the reason why it's one of them losing their life every business day. Because they're all they are receiving is the energy they put out is bouncing right back to them. Because the energy you put out in the world, it will return to you. Period. And there's no way to escape that. And that's why you very rarely hear about R&B singers in that position. You very rarely hear about that. You don't hear about classical musician beef. Like, oh, these guys are playing the violins, and stringed instruments. You don't hear about that. Because that's not what they're putting out there. And or jazz musicians. You know what I mean? So I say that, all of that to say this. When I saw a Baddies Africa audition, which is just disgusting in itself, like what would make black women want to get on a show that really is only about you being degraded and you getting whooped up on, or you whooping up on somebody and you acting like you don't got a lick of sense? Like, what exactly would you want to be known as, the baddest girl that beats up people? Like, what? I wish these girls would understand all fame is not good fame. Like, it's not like you're being known for being a doctor or a lawyer or an artist, or a chef or something. Like, anyway, let me just keep going. When I saw it was like some clips of the Baddies Africa audition, and I saw all the girls there. They were trying to attack the stars and throw water on them and fight them and yelling and screaming and cussing. And I wish that these girls would realize that that is a huge indicator that these shows like Baddies are negative and hateful, and they attract ignorant, unruly, uncouth women who don't know how to do anything other than fight and act like 304s. It only attracts negative women. The exact same way that the drill rap and all of that attracts ignorant, violent people. Period. And it's funny because it's not even a race thing. It's an energy thing. Because if you look at like UK drill rap and stuff like that, a lot of those guys are non-black, and they suffer the same fate as the black men do over here. And that's because it's a spiritual thing. It's the energy that they're putting out. It's returning, But like I said, it's real crazy that nobody makes the connection that the reason why these shows, Baddies, attract all of these ignorant girls that want to act up is because that's the message y'all put out there, and it's coming right back, And Joseline, I'm not going to call her a black woman because she's Puerto Rican. If you look at her parents, they're clearly not because when she says black and she wants to be in black American spaces, you know what she's saying when she says she's a black woman, but she's not. You know what I'm saying? Look at her parents. And also, if you look at the racial classification of Puerto Ricans, they're generally regarded to be triracial. You know? So, not to give y'all a racial history lesson, but she can call herself a black woman all day long. And y'all can too because y'all feel like she is, but she's not. And she's definitely not Black American, period. And I have no idea why you would even want to claim this woman or even put her in the category that you're in. So, and the reason why I mentioned her race is because, her race and ethnicity is because she puts out these negative stereotypes that directly affect Black women while she can toe the line and not be necessarily included. She can be put in the Latina category. You get what I'm saying? And not the ignorant Black, whatever, angry Black woman category. You get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, Black women pay the most for what she's putting out in her shows. Black women, monoracial Black women, Black American women more specifically suffer. And like I said before, I feel like this is that I don't know if when they're choosing the women for Joseline's show that she makes sure to choose weaker women who won't stand up for themselves or what, but because I still don't understand why and how these women allow her to treat them like literal pieces of trash, because she would have got lumped up 50 million different ways playing with me. Like, honestly, like, the first, you not gonna do nothing. She would have just got whopped in. Like, what do you... Look, I'm not even talking. Let me stop because I'm not trying to talk about violence because I don't believe that we as Black women should resort to violence. I really don't. I just believe that you should defend yourself. And sometimes to defend yourself, there may need to be something physical that occurs. But just with y'all talking to somebody and y'all having a discourse or a disagreement, y'all should be able to talk that out without putting your hands on somebody. But Joseline, you can't talk to her. So hopefully y'all don't think that I'm crazy because I'm really not a violent person at all. But I'm just saying, like, I really don't like her because like I said, I don't like bullies and I don't like people that, yeah. So y'all get what I'm saying. But let me keep moving forward. And I just went ahead and I found the clip to put that in there of you guys, of y'all seeing the reactions of the girls that were meeting for the Baddies Africa audition. Like, you see the energy and it's just like, excuse me, why do y'all have all of this negative energy? Like, y'all don't even know these girls. Like, y'all all want to fight. Y'all all, like, you see what I'm saying? That's just, you can see it in action. And it's really crazy. And I really wish that people will understand that that's the reason why people always want Black people to make this type of content, because this will be the type of energy that will always be surrounding the Black community. There always will be. And because we're not focusing on enough things that are positive. And, I talk a lot about Black men on the channel and things that they have done to ruin the Black community and this, that, and the third. But a lot of times I think that Black women, and of course, I'm not saying that it's every Black woman, because it's not. And I think more than likely a Black woman that's listening to this video is probably not that type of Black woman. So don't take it personally. But what I'm saying is I think a lot of Black women, may not want to take accountability or don't want to take accountability for the things that they do that also results in their oppression or results in the bad outcomes for Black women and Black girls. Because there's no way you should be at this audition. There's no way you should be trying to do this with yourself. There's just no way you can be in your right mind as a Black woman or a Black girl, or your mother raised you correctly, that you feel like this is where you need to be at. This type of thing should be beneath you. You should be looking at them girls like, no, I'm so much better than that. I'm better than showing my body. I'm better than fighting people. I'm better than degrading the image of not only myself, but as Black women as a whole. Because even though Black women are not a monolith, people look at us as a monolith often and make it seem like that's all we're about. You know, why would you want to participate in that negativity? You know what I'm saying? And like I said, Joseline, Baddies, all of these horrible shows all contribute to the oppression and the degradation and the disrespect, and also more importantly, the dehumanization of Black women. And that is the most important, because if you don't look at Black women as even human beings, you look at them as like this ignorant ghetto scum that doesn't have anything positive to contribute to society, it makes people be able to harm you easier without any conscience behind it. So it makes you, and then when people already do things to Black women statistically, so this will make things even more easier, if you get what I'm saying. But anyway, like, I don't really know where I was going with this whole video. I guess I really meant to talk about how much I dislike Joseline and dislike the Zeus Network and dislike everything that's going around, because it's like, where is the positive, vehicle for Black women to be uplifted and to be looked at as the beautiful, intelligent, strong, resilient, artistic, unique women and girls that we are? Where is that at? Where are the investors for that? Why didn't Lemuel, whatever his name is, Plumber, why didn't he decide to say, you know what? Since this is supposedly Black owned with a white woman investor, or whatever, founder, whatever you want to call it, why didn't he say, I'm not going to do that? What I'm going to do is make content strictly to uplift Black women. And then you can say, well, that's not what sells. That's not what sells. People want to see Black women degrade themselves. Well, then it's up to you to figure out how you can make uplifting Black women entertaining. You know what I'm saying? Why not make a doggone series of a fantasy series of Black women being superheroes, or Black women being, Harry Potter type of time. You know what I'm saying? Mages or something. And we fighting against, magical demons and you know what I'm saying, beasts and stuff like that. Why in the world does it have to be this? You know what I'm saying? Why you not doing shows about uplifting Black women? Here's a contest that we're going to do. You guys are going to do all these competitive contests, like, Fear Factor. At the end of the day, you guys win a house or car or something. Why is it this? Why is it degradation? Or, making it like Black women are only worth what's between their legs. You got a show coming out with Erica Mena on your network, and she was very racist towards Black women. Like, what are you doing? Why is that lady show even coming? Who's finna watch it? But anyway, I don't want to keep on ranting. I just wanted y'all to know this. Like, please, if you are a Black woman, do not watch anything on Zeus. Do not give them a dime dollar of your money, because these men and this white woman, they are making bank off of the degradation of you and me. They are making money off of putting dirt on our name. Like, come on, man. Like, and I'm not trying to absolve Black women from accountability for participating in this nonsense. Because, yes, the Black women that are participating, shameful, disgraceful. You know what I'm saying? I feel like should be excommunicated from the Black sisterhood, because why would you do this? And the Black women that pay for it with their coins and watch it, what are you doing? But then again, sometimes I feel like Black women have internalized everything that everyone says about us, and they feel like, why not? It's not that big a deal. That's what they think of us anyway. And that once you internalize what people say about you, it's negative, you've already lost. So I guess this is it. If y'all want me to make a deeper dive, I guess, into Zeus Network. Oh, wait, before I go, let me say this also. Joseline always saying she didn't want to go back to the strip club, only to make a show centered around that. And her to be sitting there, popping it is crazy. Especially because she was always quick to age shame somebody quick to age shame somebody. Ain't you getting up there now, Joseline? Ain't you getting up in age that you shouldn't be doing this no more? Huh? But, and it's not like she's old or anything, but, in certain professions, when you doing it in your mid-30s up to your 40s, people looking at you like, why are you doing this? You should have upgraded your life and not be doing this no more. But anyway, all right, I'm done for real this time, y'all. I digress. If you watched this whole video and you enjoyed it, please do me a favor. Hopefully this video was not too all over the place. If it was, sorry. And if you watched it and you got to here, thank you for being a supporter. I really do appreciate you. And do me a favor and drop a 22 in the comments down below, because why? Zeus Network and Joseline and Baddies and all of that is boo, boo. Double boo-boo. Really, it's infinity boo-boo, but, we'll just say 22 for now. And if you can't donate to my Cash App above to help support the channel, that's no problem at all. Just do your girl a free favor. Free favor. Won't cost you nothing. Just follow me on TikTok. I live stream there. You'll love it. Why it's still here. Also, follow me on YouTube. I do most of my business there. I do all my uploads and my videos and whatnot. You'll enjoy it. Subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any of my new uploads. And, a quick thing, though. If you pay for Zeus, and you are listening to this, stop. Stop now. Stop now. Cancel it immediately. Please. Please. I beg of you. Please. All right. I really mean that, though. And ladies, I really love to hear from y'all. So please drop your thoughts, comments, and feelings down below.